Okay, welcome everybody. Today I have Lewis from Ancient Waves Tours down in the Four Corners area, Arizona, Utah, Navajo Nation area. He runs an indigenous tour operating company. They do nature tours. They do ancient archaeological site tours. I'm so excited to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. So first of
Pleasure to be
all,
here.
yeah, what do you do? You're a tour operator mainly?
Yeah, I am a full-time tour guide, and I'm currently became a tour operator, uh, providing guided backpacking tours in the Bears Ears region and various parts of the Navajo Nation. And yeah, my name is Shea Lewis Williams in the Shea. Betwodni Nishlin. Chippewa Bashishin. Aro Tobashna Aje. Dasha Chei. Natlanin Dashinale. Torineshe Nasha. I just mentioned that my name is Lewis Williams, and I told you my four clans, and which are Deer Springs people. I'm born for the Chippewa. My third clan is two people coming to the water people, and my fourth clan is the Dakota Sioux people. And I also mentioned that I'm from Kayenta, Arizona, which is where I grew up. So that's how I would introduce myself back. That's how I introduced myself back here in home in the Four Corners area
A
amongst my
name
people.
steeped in history and clans and where you're from. Uh, yeah,
Yes, sure. We're excited to be out here and share our culture and our language, and our culture involves food and stories. So that's what we're out here doing, providing unique tours with our group of guides or local.
what is
So glad.
what is one of your favorite things about doing these tours?
One of my favorite things is bringing people who come from all over the world and just sharing our culture and just shedding light on our heritage and our history, and just showing people that we're still here and we're the descendants of the ancestors. So that's what we love doing out here, is sharing with that um, all the questions that we answer. A lot of questions from people that come and visit and want to know about the area, the many cultures that exist around here.
Yeah. What are some of the surprising questions that you get?
We get the most common question is they're so surprised that we have the tribes out here, and they ask about how, how much how big the reservations are and where they're located.
Mm-hmm.
So get an idea of how many tribes that are out here, and which they they didn't get an idea of that through what they've read and in the books, and
Yeah.
a lot of the people see stuff on the television through movies, and so they got these perceptions that they're kind of misled. When they come out here, they realize it's a lot different than what they've known and learned throughout their
how
throughout.
many tribes and cultures are in that area? I mean, it's a area maybe the size of maybe an entire state, or at least a western state, which are the larger states. So
There's quite a few. Um, in this region, there's a lot of different bands and clans from the Pueblo tribes. We
and the
got
Pueblos were kind of mislabeled as the Anasazi, right? As an ancient culture.
no, the Pueblo are, they're still here, and they're descendants of the the different the people that have lived here long ago, and they have different names. Through archaeologists have given them different names,
Yeah,
like the basketball and archaic. But those are just archaeological terms, and all the tribes around here are somehow, some way connected to those ancient people that lived here long ago.
yeah,
And everybody's stories are connected to the people. And Anasazi is just a term that's kind of misinterpreted.
hmm,
It's controversial, so we try to avoid that term, and
yeah.
because it's just kind of all over the place now. There's so many. Um, it's Yeah, the definitions. Everybody has their different definitions now of that term. We, I, we just avoid it. So it
Sounds
actually
good.
is
Forget I
actually
said
good.
it. Yeah, let's put that one into the history books, or take it out of the history books. Yeah, I mean, I kind of did a video about this earlier, just kind of my epiphany, just about indigenous cultures here in America, and just how we were taught that this is something that happened long ago, that this is some problem that our ancestors faced, and now it's not a problem anymore, or at least there's nothing we can do about it, which was a total like indigenous people are still here. There's huge rich cultures that are there that we can make right by, learn about. And I think we also talked about this before, about how tourism kind of has this, if done in the right way, has a potential to help preserve culture and have people learn from indigenous cultures, uh, exactly, not only how life was lived, but how you live it now. um
Totally. Yeah. Um, it's a history doesn't go far back too long for us. You know,
mhm.
those 1300 is not long ago for us. A
Yeah,
lot of them cities we know about that are still in existence. For instance, the Pueblo, they got some cities that have been inhabited for years, and they're living history. They still live in Pueblos. Um, Different tribes, they still retain their cultures, so the cultures are still alive and well, very much practiced by all the tribes, and so it's strong, and it's it needs to be shared, because that's how it's prolonged.
yeah,
And people appreciate it more when they know and learn about it. So that's
absolutely.
a positive about what we do. with tourism, and because that's the idea, is to have people leave a tour with a different mentality. You know, they there's a lot of greater appreciation about, you know, nature and health. So there's a lot of benefits that come from a tour. So tourism actually beneficial in many aspects.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. If done in the right way. I feel like tourism has kind of turned, I don't know, a bit toxic in a few different places where maybe they've, I mean, especially where somewhere has kind of lost the history, you know, and it's just like this, I don't know, maybe overrun, maybe a bit overcrowded, and especially in the Bears Ears part is so beautiful and remote that I feel like there's just a lot of teachings and just the remoteness of it, you know. Um, so what's one of your favorite stories that you tell on your trips?
Well, we share a lot of stories, but probably my favorite is just to talk about our my grandparents and past experiences of how they taught me how to um, see life. That our daily lives evolve around our language and stories. So those stories are, they involve like the rocks, plant life. So I just love sharing stories about my grandparents.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite memories of them?
Um, Probably picking. We did a lot of picking. So
Foraging?
foraging, yeah. We that was our picnic time, and you know that was the time we get to go hike. So
Yeah.
every time we would go forage, that was those are the best times.
What were some of the things that you picked?
We would pick like different seasons.
Yeah.
When the sun came around, we'd pick pinions. Um, you know, there's prickly pear fruit.
Prickly pear fruit. Oh, so good.
Yeah, good stuff out there. Good eating.
Yeah. So
Good
pinions
healthy
are
food.
those nuts from pinion pines?
Yeah, we got the pinions out here in the region, southwest region.
Mhm. So those are nuts, right?
Yes, yeah. There's a pinions are um, form a nut. You know, it's very similar to the pine nuts.
Okay. So can you eat them fresh, or would you just roast them, or?
Yeah, we roast them. That's the best way to eat them.
Great.
Uh, yeah, you store them raw, so they last a while. They can, if you store them in a cool, dry place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what our ancestors been doing for, you know, for years, since since man and humans have been around the pinion tree. We've been, that was our that was part of our diet.
I wanted to
Yeah, it was
ask.
a plant that forage pick.
I wanted to ask. In some cultures there, speaking or communicating with plants and trees. And do you have any knowledge around this?
Um, yeah, we got to. Yeah, we have to. We learn from a young age. So a lot of these, we're still learning. That's what's fun about being out there.
Yeah.
Is we learn from one another because these plants have been around for thousands of years. So there's a lot of plants. So um, yeah, we still farm, we still trade, we have plants, and spring is a good time because we get to put our seeds that we've been trading for years into the ground, and yeah, those seeds remind us of our ancestors. So all these plants they all have stories.
Mm-hmm.
They're all used in some way, and that's where the stories come from.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, stories are a huge part of extending culture, sharing culture with our kids and future generations. Huh?
And that's what's on the petroglyph panels, stories.
Yeah.
That's information about the plants. So there's a lot of information out there we still learn from, and that's why we protect these places.
I love it.
Because they still contain a lot of information out there about irrigation and information from our ancestors about engineering,
Mm-hmm.
all that important things that society has learned from. Indigenous culture has influenced a lot of the local people of how they live and how they learn, how they grow things out here. Because Southwest is very different from any other corner of the United States. So the indigenous people out here are really knowledgeable. So
How do
that
you mean?
knowledge is down.
How do you mean that they're so different?
Well, for one reason, is there's different climate.
Yep.
You can't grow our corn out in the Northwest. Our
Okay.
corn will Alaska. So
Okay.
very different rock layers in age. Very, very different from any parts of the world, actually. Some plants that are here that don't grow anywhere else in the world. That's just because of our unique uh, precipitation, count throughout the year. We're very arid. We got the elevations, so it's very different here. And people don't. If you're from here, you know about the plants,
Mm-hmm.
like cultures. The tribes know about these plants. That's why we're able to live here all these thousands of years.
Well, I'm excited to come learn and learn from you and learn from the land.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to learn, and we're excited to share with that. Yeah,
Great.
we're looking forward to you coming out.
What's
Like
this on your hand? What's this tattoo?
it's it's water. I got it a long time ago. Means strength. I got it on my left hand because I'm actually right-handed, so I needed some strength on my left hand.
I like that.
So now I'm balanced.
This is my water goes all the
Wow,
way down.
wow. Dang.
Goes all the way down
Nice.
to my foot.
Right on. That's
Yeah.
awesome. But
Yeah, I
heck yeah.
got that oh fuck. 14 years ago. Um
Wow.
yeah. Yeah,
Right on.
it came to me in a daydream.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just I wanted a tattoo. I was just kind of thinking about it, and that came, actually it came up to, in the vision came up to here. And I was like,
Wow.
whoa. I don't know if I'm quite prepared, for the societal repercussions of taking a tattoo on my face, but maybe someday I'll complete that. But
Wow. That's awesome. Uh,
yeah, yeah, I like having the water. Yeah, a lot of my dreams are full of water, and manipulating water, in my, it's, I find myself, uh I started lucid dreaming, I don't know, like in high school, waking up in my dreams, and then every time I'd wake up in my dreams and be cognizant, I would start to teach other people how to wake up in the dream. And I'd be like, and it's funny, you talk to other lucid dreamers, and they're like, that's, I don't know, that's, it's not really a good thing. People aren't really very receptive to being woken up in a dream. Usually they're kind of like aggressive or antagonistic, and they don't really respond very well. And but I don't know, I just kept doing it. I just like have this, I just have to do it. I don't know. I just like teach it, and really cool things happen sometimes. People wake up, but anyways, I was taught in a dream after waking up. I was like put through all these tests. It was a really, really cool dream. Like different tests to like test my intentions and test, my knowledge, and so I passed all these tests, and then I was taught how to manipulate water in a dream. I created like this massive whirlpool, like, and then in other dreams, I used water to help wake people up. So I would just be like, look, I can shift this faucet, just with the energy and just take it away. But I don't know, water is a kind of a big symbol for me too. So yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Wow. Cool.
Cool. All right,
Well,
man. Well,
further, man, I'd like to talk about that a little later.
yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. I love dreaming, and everything. I don't know. Okay.
Um,
All right. Cool. Have a good
hey,
night. Sleep
right.
well.
You too. All righty. Have a
Okay.
good day.
Bye bye.
Stay. Okay.